And they won't do it. They just won't do it. They won't. Look at this. It's getting complicated already. I ain't even got started yet. But they still ain't answered the question. Why won't they answer the question for us? Somebody's got to answer the question. Who let the dogs out? It's me. Voted the most unlikely, the underdog, the most unlikely to make it, the most unlikely to be successful against all the odds, the unlikely candidate. I am so happy to be here with y'all. And it's crazy too, because it's a Friday. Like, it's date night. And I don't even know, how I feel about this week. Because it was just a rough week, man. It was so much that just went on this week that's got me feeling some kind of way, And so I had to make a game time decision earlier this week, because, we had the debate with Kamala. You had the big debate, the big showdown between Carmelita and Big T. It was like Monday or Tuesday. We had that going on. But the same night, they had the Thornton Township meeting. And then I was like, all right, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I had to pick one. So I went with the big showdown. And I got a little confused when Trump started talking about migrants eating up puppies and stuff. I'm like, for real? Like, still a little thrown off behind that, but it is what it is. But how y'all doing? So I'm gonna do some recapping. I didn't even watch the Thornton Township stuff because, again, I was watching the debate. So we're going to go through that. We're going to go through some of that. And then we're going to jump into the Dolton meeting that Tiffany didn't even show up for. It's like, are they playing with us? Y'all, like, is this orchestrated or something? Like, did they get together and say, man, we finna mess with people and we finna just do some stuff? Like, that's how I feel sometimes, because it's like a shenanigan pops off with Thornton Township or Dolton every day. Like, you can't even, for it to be such a small town, I believe the population is like 20,000. It's like, how do y'all have this much stuff going on, like, all the time? And Tiffany is enjoying it too. And we still got to remember, as much as we feel some kind of way, all the stuff she's dealing with is alleged. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, as alleged as it may be, it look real, real bad. Mayor Hinyard, it looks bad. But we're going to get into it, though. I want to see what happened. So let me pull this up. Let me pull all this up. Please, do something small for your boy. Do something small for me. It won't cost you nothing, but it'll do a lot for me. And hit that like button just so we can get it out here, grow this platform. I'm putting banners up. I'm still experimenting because, I'm still kind of somewhat new with this. So I done start streaming the banner at the bottom. I done put my Cash App all on here. We'll see how they go. And we'll just keep it pushing here. But let me pull this up and see what happened at this Thornton Township meeting here. All right, so this was the Thornton Township meeting Tuesday. Yeah, it was on Tuesday. So they getting all situated, getting prepared. Why I feel like somebody gonna get cussed out? Like court. They say they're preparing for court. It look like everybody's there today. At least that's a good thing, because before everybody wasn't there. So let me go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go and get comfortable up in here and see what's going on. And I also like doing this after the stuff goes, because I don't like talking over it when it's live and stopping. I feel like we interrupt y'all. Shout out to the Lansing Journal Media, too, by the way, for being there and capturing it. You know. Let's get it going, girl. Come on.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I would like to call the order of Thornton Township Board meeting. Today is September 10th, 2024, and the time is 6:11 p.m. Please call the roll.
Trustee Jones. Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hinyard.
Present. Next, if everybody stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Next, we have reports and presentations. We don't have any. Next, we have approval minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of a special board meeting held August 15, 2024 at 6 p.m.? Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. All right. Any discussion? Call roll.
Trustee Jones. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting held on August 20th, 2024 at 6 p.m.? Is there a motion? Is there a second? Is there a motion second? Any discussion? All right.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Jones. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next on the agenda is old business. Approval of upcoming events.
Oh Lord, this is where it's gonna get crazy.
Is there a motion to approve the gospel fest? Is there a motion?
No.
Is there a second? All right, second. Any discussion? Call around.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Jones. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion failed.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the house fest?
No, it's not gonna pass.
Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Call around.
Trustee Gray Everett.
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Jones. Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion failed.
Next on agenda, is there a motion to approve bingo? Is there a motion? Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Call around.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Jones.
No.
Trustee Carlisle. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion failed.
All right, next, is there a motion to approve text savvy? Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I'd like to make an amended motion for tax savvy. I would suggest that we can still have it, and there is a net 30 account approved. So we can over approve for the fees for the net 30 account, but there are no additional items, approved for that, no additional should be.
Well, it's no additional anything. You guys asked for an ordinance, and you guys created an ordinance. I tried to explain to the residents that you guys' goal was to shut down everything here at Thornton Township, which is exactly what you did. You passed the ordinance at the last scheduled board. In doing so, you told us, and I quote, "Put everything together, show us a budget, tell us what you want to spend, what events you want to approve," and we did that. We did that, we presented it before you guys still said no. So that was the agenda the entire time. You guys are not trying to include residents in operations as it relates to anything goes on in Thornton Township or anything that we set for as a team. You guys' goal is just to say no. And that's sad, because what is your reason for saying no to any of this stuff? And y'all know it'd be over 500 people down here for Big Bingo. So it said that y'all even voted no for Big Bingo. It said that you vote no for tech savvy. Tech savvy is where people can come and learn how to use their devices, which is their computers, their phones, and they can learn how to put this on their devices so that they will know what to do. Excuse me, guys, we're in a board meeting. Please, we have to be in order while we finish our board meeting, so other people can hear us that wants to hear what I have to say. So for you guys to vote this stuff down is not fair to the residents. And y'all not giving no excuse or no reason or rational reason there is of why you're voting no. Can you please tell me why you're voting no for all the things for the residents? Because we did what y'all said. Y'all wrote the law.
We don't have a passed budget, so we shouldn't be spending money when we don't even have a passed budget.
Okay, so whose fault is that we don't have a passed budget? I put it on here several times for you guys to do your job, to come here and vote for a budget, and you all say no. You vote and you say no after no after no. And then it's on the agenda again today. So what's your excuse for not doing what you're supposed to do? And anybody that know how it works, you still do operations. Operations don't stop because you guys chose not to pass the budget. That's your job. Your job is to legislate and pass a budget. People get mad when I say, let me educate you. And that's why you go to Congress. And that's why you go to stuff. Because without the education piece, you would not know what to do and how to operate. And right now, you guys are operating with hatred in your hearts. You operate.
Wait a minute. See, no, See, the trustees ain't perfect, but she get mad because she want to do it her way and she just want people to pass it. Yes, she has a duty to push things through and come up with ideas for the residents. That makes sense. And she has a lot of good ideas, but the board still has to come up with the framework for it. And they can't do that without the proper information. And so they're telling her, you give us the proper information at an adequate amount of time for us to review it, and then we'll go ahead and try to see what's up. Don't just give this to us in 24 hours and expect us to go through it. They're going to miss something. And her track record, that's the thing, transparency. If she had more of a better reputation, they would kind of risk some things a little bit. I know that's hard to hear, and when you think about legislation, you don't think about people risking those decisions, but they would, because they would say, well, everything else she did was manageable, so why don't we give it a shot and see what happens? But they don't want to do all that with the stuff that she got going on, and then she want to cop an attitude.
You're not feelings. You're not operating with things that's going on, and I don't think that's fair to us. I think that you guys should tell the people why you voted all these things down. You told us, and I quote, Carmen, you told us, hey, put a budget together. We want to know line by line what items y'all want to do and what it is you're going to spend. We did that. And in doing so, here we are. And you still voted it down. You had time to talk to us, educate us. If it was something that you guys wanted to tell us that was different or you wanted to change, you had the opportunity to do that. But none of y'all, I repeat, none of y'all said anything. Then we get here and we got a grandstand on saying no for things that residents really do love. And y'all know that because a lot of y'all been a big bingo. Jerry Jones, you the senior trustee, you called a bingo numbers. You was down there parlaying with them. But now all of a sudden you saying no. So what it is that they do, Carmen, you too, all y'all was here. But now is no. Why the no? What is the problem? You gotta tell me what the issues are. You have to. What's the issue? Why the no? We did what y'all said y'all want us to do, which is put a budget together and present it to the board before any events came across the board. We did that. So what is the problem now? And we got the money. So what's the problem? Go ahead, trustee.
First of all, Well, it doesn't matter. First of all, the budget, just for the record, budget has been submitted to the accountants. We're waiting for that to come back, and then at that time be officially presented to the administration. But I mean, as Trustee Carlisle said, we can't continue to spend money without that in place. And even beyond that, I mean, we just had a couple of events here in the past whatever month or so that just extraordinary amount of money was spent unnecessarily. So basically what we're saying, especially if Trustee Carlisle touched on it, say when it comes to tech savvy, okay, the program's fine. You want to, serve some sandwiches or something, that's fine. But we don't need to be giving out all kinds of other things, such, gift cards, all kinds of stuff that's not what it's about.
And we do not, it's false. We do not give out gift cards at tech savvy. That's not true.
Examples, whether it be bingo or tech savvy or whatever it may be, that's what we're saying, and that's pretty much it.
So procedurally, there's a motion brought by Trustee Carlisle to approve tech savvy with limited funding. Is that correct? For food only, and then it looks like we're looking for a second on that motion, and then we could have discussion regarding tech savvy.
I have a question. What accountant is preparing a budget? Because Robert is our accountant, and he prepared a budget.
Robert's finance director, the accountants is fair.
But he's not the one that does the budget. Y'all know, because y'all been on this board prior to me.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Y'all been here way before me. And the way it goes, and the way it went, you always went to Robert Hunt, and he gave you the budget. He then talked to all department heads and asked them, what did they want? What was their needs? And they put it in the budget. That's how it always went. So for you to go outside of that realm to pay someone else to do the same thing that he has done for years is wasteful spending. So for you to wait on somebody this long, when you know there's a deadline to pass a budget every single year, that like I did like clockwork, y'all know y'all supposed to pass the budget. And we did not pass a budget. It is now September. We will be in October, and we still don't have a budget. So now your rationale for not approving these events is, oh, we don't have a budget. When before you said, and I quote Carmen, you said, hey, put something together, line it out, what the expenses are, and we are fine. We get here to this meeting and you still do not want to vote for the things you guys told us to do. That was what you guys told us to do. The trustees.
The problem is the expenses aren't fine.
Well, what's wrong with the expenses? It cannot be right now today that the expense is not fine. Y'all had this for a long time, because we put on the agenda several times. So if it was something wrong, you would have said something before now. So when we get here, hold on. So when we get here, everybody grandstand, because the whole point is to communicate and talk about whatever you got a problem with. And right now, y'all did not talk about anything you may have a problem with, if it was a problem. It's just an answer of no, and that's not right. Like I said before, and Carmen and Jerry knows this, because no residents love the events that we do here at Thornton Township. And prior to me, y'all have always had events. So I don't understand why it's a problem now that Tiffany Hinyard is the supervisor, when it wasn't a problem when Frank Zuccarelli was the supervisor. It's the same exact things. And they all were budgeted for. And I don't understand why it's a problem when we got a surplus in Thornton Township thanks
Wait a minute. So now she's playing that card, comparing her mayorship, or I'm sorry, her supervisory role compared to the previous supervisor. But again, and I am ignorant to the record of the old supervisor. I never had a reason to look into it, but I knew maybe need to look into it a little bit. But one, what he did is what he did, and what she's doing is what she's doing. Number two, I seriously doubt he's had the transparency issues that she's been having. And even if he has, it ain't been many mayors across the country who's had it to this magnitude. You know, there's millions of dollars in question on her name. You know, it's big money, not little money. She already talking about big bingo. It's big money that then got messed up under her watch. So they got a right to double check and triple check and question what's happening, because they don't want to lose the town. See, it ain't just about losing the money. You can lose the town. The town can go into bankruptcy, all services get stopped, and everything can go to hell real quick if it's not taken care of the right way. So it's so much at stake. So that's what they're supposed to do on behalf of the people. Criticize, scrutinize everything she's doing, why she's doing it, when she's doing it. She don't like it though. She don't like it. And that's her problem. She got to stop that. Like, you got to do what you're supposed to do.
Supervisor Tiffany Hinyard, once again, y'all had a deficit prior to me. So again, if it was something really wrong, guys, you could have said something way before now. I still don't see anything wrong with anything, but that you guys want to just halt things here at Thornton Township, because I see y'all do nothing. But yet y'all study saying no to everything that myself and our team is coming up. And I see no ideas from any of you, just no to people with the ideas. Make that make sense to me.
And another thing we need to be mindful of the bingo, this is considered management. There's been a lot of questions that have come up that they weren't an issue when bingo started, but making an issue now. But we need to make sure that we're doing everything according to the state law, because it's serious consequences if you're not. And so until that can be figured out and we have a clear understanding that the laws are being followed, then I think it's important that we stop, because the right thing is done. Yes, we're not opposed to anybody having fun, but the right thing still has to be done. There are proper laws that we follow, especially to be the state law.
Okay. Okay, so let's be crystal clear to the residents. For those that don't understand who Carmen was or what she was prior to being a trustee, Carmen was my assistant. She was assistant to Tiffany Hinyard. Thank you. I don't need any comments. I'll make my statement. Thank you so much. She was my assistant. So Carmen knows exactly what's going on. She knows exactly what the rules are. For her to get up here in grandstand and say the opposite of what she knows the truth to be. Because before we even started bingo, we did our research. And Carmen knows that. We called the lawyer that's sitting next to us. We called their law firm, and they told us that it was a green light. They also went across the street and asked South Holland. And South Holland said it was good. Everybody signed off on bingo, so now all of a sudden it's a problem because you guys making it into a problem. It wasn't a problem before we started. Everybody know I do not do anything without legal counsel. Legal tell us it's good, we go forward with it. So for you guys to keep putting all these blockades up just because, and again, it's election time. I keep telling people this, it's election time. People want to stop progress in Thornton Township, and that I will not stand for. So moving on, Tech Savvy. Are y'all voting for Tech Savvy? Is it a second for Tech Savvy? Second. All right, it's motion and second, call the roll.
So we're voting on trustees Carlisle amended motion with limited spending? Is
Correct,
that, okay.
correct.
But before you start, I don't understand what's amended about it, because on the list that she has, there's nothing on it but food. So her saying it is nothing but food on the paperwork. Supplies is the fork, spoons, paper goods. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Y'all ask questions, you will get the right answer. Just assuming what it is, that's not what it's saying, but she knows that. So moving forward, thank you. I do not need you to say nothing while we're doing this. Can you please keep order to the, thank you. All right, call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Carlisle? Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion
Next
passed.
on the agenda is a motion to approve the retainer agreement with LBS to represent the Thornton Township in Lawrence versus Thornton Township, Ash versus Thornton Township, Dukes versus Thornton Township. Is there a motion? Is there a second? It's been a motion and second. Call the roll.
Trustee Gray Everett.
I'm sorry, I would like to say something about this motion. The attorney, did, select something, he said there's a conflict of interest that he would do, waiver of, conflict waiver, and he would withdraw if there is a conflict.
And I also want to put on there, because you can read it all to you, he stated there is no conflict of interest, which we stated this at the prior meeting when we told everybody to vote for legal counsel. You have to have lawyers because the township's being sued. You always protect the entity, which they did not do. Therefore, there's different things that people go research what didn't happen. Now they gotta go and overturn things that happened because the board chose not to have legal counsel. You always have legal representation. I don't care what people's differences are. Hey, you make sure you cover the township, because whether you here, anybody still here, it's still a lawsuit is stuck with Thornton Township. That's who they are suing, as you can see. Larry Lawrence versus Thornton Township, Dwayne Thrash versus Thornton Township. These people are suing the entity, not Tiffany Hinyard. So when you guys get out of your feelings as it relates to, oh, I don't want to vote because it's Tiffany, everybody's included in that. Everybody, and I said it's Keith Freeman's included, and so is some of the staff members that they represent. They don't just only represent myself or other people. I just named a few just so you understand what's going on, so people can give y'all the facts and all the truth and not partial.
And what she's saying is true. You know, the city is an entity, and you got to remember that city is a separate thing than the people who are running it. The people who are running it come and go. You know, I've seen lawsuits for a city where it spanned 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and there's still payments being paid out over time. And it's because of something that happened then. It was a whole different administration then it is now. But again, the people who are in charge today are responsible. It's like the city's the kid, and you got to raise that kid and keep that kid in order. And it could be whatever happens with the kid happens with the kid, even though everybody raising that kid might change. I hope that made sense, because I know that was a weird example, but I think you get the point. So, you know, that's definitely what you have to be sure of. You have to be sure that you're doing what's best for the city, and keep in mind that one day you're going to be there and one day you won't.
Colorado.
If I may, correspondence I have here, dated September 4th, in the instance of Branch, it says versus Thornton Township and Tiffany Hinyard and Company. So that would be incorrect when you said that. Also, Lawrence versus Thornton Township, it says Hinyard and Freeman are sued individually. So once again, that is correct, possibly what you said.
Okay, so let me correct you once again. So you said individually, so that means that person is doing individually. When you name my name at the top, the person will be in my capacity as supervisor. It ain't got nothing to do with individually. So the second lawsuit you said individually. So I'm just clearing it up. I'm just clearing it up so that we got a crystal clear understanding that there was no conflict of interest, and that's why I said to move forward. So here we are. We should have did what I said a whole month ago. Moving on, Colorado.
Trustee Gray Everett, you said, Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Supervisor Hinyard?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Next on the agenda is approval of bills. Is there a motion to approve the general fund? Is there a second?
I would like to make a motion. Make the bill excluding, line item 54, 172, and then line item 392 through 436.
You want to read into record what those items are so people know what you're talking about? I know it's a lot, so that means y'all didn't read out y'all once again. So what's the bills What's the bills that you want to exclude, so the public can know what you're not willing to pay? Because just saying numbers not gonna work, what's the item, so we have it for the record. Because what she do in minutes, she wanna know what them items are, whatever items.
Line item 54, line item 172, and then, once again, 392, 436, and I can email the clerk, everything that I
Trustee, if you can tell people what it is that you do not want to pay, because we all would like to know. What don't you want to pay? And if there was a problem, no, them line items, they don't know what that is. So it could be supplies, it could be all kinds of things. What is the item that you do not want to pay, so we will know, meaning the public? Talk about transparency, let's be transparent. Tell them the items that you do not want to pay. What items are they? What's the item, trustee? No, you don't want to make an emotion that you don't want to pay somebody, so who don't you want to pay? What expenses don't you want to pay as relates to the revenue? Is it an item for their department? What's the items? Because you just come here and y'all just slash things, so how do they run their day-to-day? What's the item?
I second trustee Carlisle's motion.
That's fine. What's the item? Because we don't know what it is that you don't want to pay. Do you want to tell us what it is, or you just want to make motions on numbers that nobody knows what you're not paying? Trustee? Why can't you read it into record? Because you're mimicking another municipality, right? They read every item into the record. Every item that they take off, they read into the record. No, you should read it because you're the one who want to remove it. You're the one that don't want to pay.
So this is the thing. The mayor's being combative, and I get what the mayor's saying, but the trustee, that's the thing. The trustees, councilmen, aldermen, they don't work for the mayor. So the trustee ain't got to do this. I don't even know why she's going back and forth with the mayor. She just tell her what it is. Now, it gets a little tricky because she should be able to just read the line items because it may be a lot and it could slow the meeting down. And usually what's supposed to happen is you have copies of these things for the residents for them to be able to see. So you can say line item 5, line item 33, line item 11, line item 37, whatever, and the residents can kind of see it while they talk. So that way the residents not just hearing it, they can see it for themselves. But what Tiffany's doing is she's grandstanding here because she's trying to prove a point. I get it. I just don't know if it's the right thing to be doing at this juncture. I think Trustee Carlisle should just say what it is and let it be. She already motioned it, and then Gonzalez put a second on the floor, so we'll see how this play out. This cop getting on my nerves the way he's just walking in front of these people.
Certain individuals, whoever that is, because I don't even know what you're removing. So what are you removing? So we all will know for the record what you don't want to pay. So what are those items? We would like to know. Read them into record. No, you're the one making the motion saying you don't want to pay someone. So what are the items?
Make a motion to innovate and all the motion on the board.
Second.
Robert, come on up here. What's these items that they don't want to read into record since they don't want people to know what's going on? Read those items into record. Whatever items that you don't want to read. Okay, so go ahead. Trustee, please. Stop. We're gonna be transparent. What y'all have? What do you have? Stop. Read them into record. What she wants to take out. What they don't want to pay. Please tell the record.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'll start reading numbers, 54 through 172. 54 for imprint for $26,125.84. That's for book bags. For A steel, $3,985. Tents, Amazon, $169.99. Mini fridge, Amazon, $229.94.
You know they get uncomfortable when they start hearing about the Amazon charges, so I get it. They like, wait a minute, we don't know. We don't know what you're doing with this Amazon stuff. Hold on, Tiffany, wait a minute.
Chairs, Amazon, $426. Steel mesh, 59 Amazon, $59.30. Coffee, 60 Amazon, $126. bingo balls, 61 Amazon hot cocoa mix, $14.87. Amazon, $19.26. Sugar packets, 63 Amazon, $116.91. Bingo table covers, 64 Amazon, $79.85.
Man, this man don't have to do all of this. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't like that.
Donut and tea bags, 65. Oh, again, it's small. Okay. 65 Amazon, $79.85. Tea bags, 66. Okay, I got it. 66 Amazon, $99.95. Food warmers, 67 Amazon, $137.58. It says folding wagon cart, 68 Amazon, $382.07. Ice maker machine, 69 Amazon, $160.98. Bingo game set, number 70 Amazon, $99.56. Raffle ticket holder stand, 71 Amazon, $148.97. Wristbands, 72 Amber Haritro, $300.
This is
Youth Summit,
ridiculous.
73 BLT Entertainment, Taser Thornton Township Entertainment Comedian. Number 74.
Well, let me speed this up, y'all. We don't need to hear all these charges. I'm trying to make a mockery out of what's going on. Let me speed on through this part right here.
76 Call Hub, 1000 call center. 77 Call Hub, 2500 call center. 78, number 78 Calumet Bakery, bingo cake for bingo. 79 Calumet Bakery, $47.40. Cake for bingo. Sorry, for the senior home bingo cake for the senior home. Number 80 Calumet City Bakery, $66. Cake, student workers lunch cake. Number 81 Calumet Bakery, $47.40. Senior home bingo cake. 82 Calumet Bakery, $47.40. Senior home bingo cake. 83 Calumet Bakery, $66. Thornton Township Senior Home
This is
Bakery.
ridiculous for her trying to just make a point to have this man read
Senior home bingo cake.
all of these little things.
Calumet Bakery, $96. Senior home bingo cake for Royal Estates. 86 Calumet Bakery, Senior home bingo cake for Royal Oaks.
And it wastes the residents' time.
Chicago Black Car, $126.60 for transportation to the States. 88 Chicago Black Car, $126.60 transportation for Kiki Watt. 89 Chicago Black Car. 88 Chicago Black Car, $126.60 transportation for Kiki Watt. 89 Chicago Black Car, $304.46 transportation for Kiki Watt. 90 Chicago Black Car, $120.60 transportation for Taste for Kiki Watt. 91 Chicago Black Car, $7.18 transportation Taste Kiki Watt. 92 Chicago Black Car, $494 transportation Taste. 93 Chicago Moonwalkers, $4,824.72 Taste for the ride.
This is ridiculous.
94 Chicago Special Events, $817.
This is ridiculous.
Taste golf carts. Number 95.
This is actually pissing me off.
$227 email marketing. 96 constant contact, $227.
Please don't forget to
constant contact,
hit the like
email.
button for me.
97 constant contact, $227 emails. 98 constant contact,
Going through the
$64.82
Thornton Town.
constant contact emails. 99 constant contact, $477 emails. 100 Doubletree, $27.44. Thornton Township dining kitchen supplies. 101 Emmanuel Bence, 3,000 video services. 102 Emmanuel Bence, 2,500 media services.
Oh my goodness.
103 Family Dollar, $12.95. Back to school food utensils.
This is
104
confused.
Family Dollar, $87.25.
Confused.
Take the Thornton Township supplies for table. 105 Dixie Runner, $1,548 computer subscription. 106 Food for Less, $28.34. Extra because like extra buns for hot dogs. 107 Food for Less, $38.54. Take the Thornton Township food. 108 Get Rooted in Printing LLC, $1,320 banners. 109 Giant Beauty Supply, back to school hair braider supplies. 110, Gordon Food Service Store, back to school food supplies. 111, Gordon Food Service Store, $118.67, back to school food supplies. 112, Gordon Food Service Store, $470.83, back to school food supplies. 113, Gordon Food Service Store, $429.83, back to school food. 114, Gordon Food Service Store,
We got it. You
$495.91,
get the
Taste of Thornton
point.
Food.
It's a lot of little items.
115, Gordon Food Service Store, $108.92, Taste of Thornton Food and supplies.
Petty to me.
116, Hit God, $900, media services. 117, Hit God, $1,425, professional services. 118, Hit God, $1,275, professional services. 119, Hit God, $2,500, professional services. 120, Jules, senior home bingo gift card prizes, $289.50. 121, Jules, $539.88,
Gross
big bingo food.
waste of residents.
122, Jules, $290.75, big bingo dessert cupcakes.
So
123, JJ Fish and Chicken, $33.51, Taste of Thornton Food.
Trustee Gonzalez wanted her to read. She wasn't gonna read all that.
124, Jordan Garcia, $525, you saw me. 125,
Wanted her to
Kashi
read
Boston
it.
Benji, 2,000, media service. 126, Kashi Boston Benji, 1,600, media service. 127, Kevin Falk, 3,000, video services. 128, Lulu Pink, $18.73, back to school hair braider sanitizer. 129, Nation Builder, $1,900, $60.30, website. 130, Pete Fresh Market, Taste of Thornton Food, entertainment, that was for $94.58. 131, Powerful Bouncy House, $600, Picnic Bouncy House generator. 132, Recorded Hit Entertainment, $2,400.55, back to school event. 133, Recorded Hit Entertainment, $5,055.98, Taste Rides. 134, Right Entertainment, $1,000 event. 135, Sam's Club Direct, $149.40, Senior Home Bingo Prize gift card. 136, Sam's Club Direct, $176.62, Senior Home Bingo supplies. 137, Sam's Club Direct, $219.86, kitchen and storage supplies. 138, Sam's Club Direct, $416.56, back to school food supplies. 139, Sam's Club Direct, $117.18, Thornton Township back to school food supplies. 140, Sam's Club Direct, $29.88, Taste of Thornton Senior Bingo gift cards. 141, Sam's Club Direct, $316.14, Thornton Township Big Bingo Prize gift cards. 142, Sam's Club Direct, $379.38, Taste of Thornton food and supplies. 143, Sam's Club Direct, $151.46, Big Bingo gear supplies. 144, Sam's Club
Really,
Direct,
like,
$89.64,
see,
Taste of
hold
Thornton
on
Bingo
now.
gift cards.
This didn't piss
145,
me
Sam's Club
off.
Direct, $421.52, Thornton Township Big Bingo Prize gift cards. 146, Sam's Club Direct, $316.14, Big Bingo Prize gift cards. 147, Sam's Club Direct, negative $29.88, Taste of Thornton Township Senior Bingo gift cards. 148, Sam's Club, $41.94, kitchen and storage. 149, Sam's Club, $167.88, Taste of Thornton food. 150, Sam's Club, $9.40, Taste of Thornton.
And y'all believe this? I mean, let me know in the chat or
$8,939
somewhere in the comments.
Sounds
Tell me
of
if y'all think it's
152,
unreasonable for her to have to read all this stuff.
Sounds of taste.
Should it
153,
Trustee Carlisle had to read all that
RB
stuff?
taste.
Or
154,
do you agree
$817.65,
this is gross misrepresentation of the
155, Telefor,
people's time
$155.93.
by just having this man
Township
do
Bureau,
that?
Four
That's just, this is so.
156, the DJ Experience, $1,341.60, back to school event entertainment. 157, the DJ Experience, $330.24, Taste Cook. 158, the Warehouse Food Market, $42.92, Thornton Township back to school food supplies. 159, the Warehouse.
You out of order. You out of order. Nobody's teaching you. Stop. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey guys. Hey guys. Guys. Hey, can you please leave? You are so out of order. Can you please leave? Can you please leave? Hello? It's not that serious, guys. We're sitting there having a meeting. Y'all have to stay in order. Y'all have to stay in order. Next time, y'all please call the police. Because we have to remove people. We cannot do this. Every meeting cannot be like this. Y'all have to compose yourselves. Go ahead, Robert.
159, the Warehouse Food Market, $65.36, back to school food, snow cone ice, 160 Walgreens, $147.75. Senior home bingo gift cards, 121 Walgreens.
Stop, don't do that, don't engage, stop, please stop, but you have to stop. He's not talking to you, y'all have to stop, y'all out of order, can somebody call stop hollering? Because y'all gonna have to be removed. We here to handle business, not do this, so please stop. Can you call the police in the back, thank you. Go ahead, Rob.
161 Walgreens, $144.75. Senior home bingo prizes. 162 Walmart, $140. Student workers appreciation gift card. 163 Walmart, $33.74. Student appreciation lunch. 164 Walmart, $144.75. Senior home bingo gift cards. 165 Walmart, $36.01. Thornton Township kitchen supplies. 166 Walmart, $1,250. Big bingo prizes. 167 Walmart, $527.26. Big bingo prize gift card. 168 Walmart, $97.64. Taste of Thornton supplies and cooler. 169 Walmart,
How many more line items do he got? Like, this is ridiculous.
170 Willie Keith Now, $1,500. Taste of Thornton entertainer. 171 Winston Neely, $1,100 DJ service. 172 Yolanda Harrington, $750. Taste of Thornton face painter.
I feel like clapping for him, like, dude.
390. All right.
That's a lot of bills, I don't wanna pay. Go ahead, what else you got?
All right. 392.
There's more?
3L Media LLC, $125. Event photographer. 393 3L Media, $600. Photography services. 394 Angela Greer, $3,000. Event planner. 395 BLT Entertainment, $1,200. Comedian first Thursday. 396 BLT Entertainment, $1,200. Comedian first Thursday, September. 397 BLT Entertainment, $1,200. Comedian first Thursday. 398 BLT Entertainment, $1,200. Comedian first Thursday. 399 BLT Entertainment, $1,200. Comedian first Thursday. $400 Calumet Bakery, $252. Cake for senior event. 401 Calumet Bakery, $126. Cake for senior event. 402 Calumet Bakery, $252. Cake for senior event. 403 Calumet Bakery, $252. Cake for senior event. 404 Calumet Bakery, $126. Cake for senior event. 405 Calumet Bakery, $126. Cake for senior bingo. 406 Calumet Bakery, $163. Strawberry cake.
They buy a whole lot of cake, I
Calumet
tell
Bakery,
you that.
$160. Strawberry cake. 408 Calumet Bakery, $81. Strawberry cake. 409 Calumet Bakery, $163. Strawberry cake. 410 Calumet Bakery, $326. Cake, pink and gold. 411 Calumet Bakery, $326. Big bingo
This is
cake.
crazy. Now this is
412
whole
Calumet
held up
Bakery,
the whole meat.
$407.50. Strawberry cake.
This is stupid.
413 Calumet Bakery, $326. HB Everyone Cake. I think that's happy birthday Everyone Cake. 414 Carlos Medina, $350 photography service. 415 Carlos Medina, $250 photographer. 416 Carlos Medina, $250 photography services. 417 Charles J. Williams, $1,200 video production. 418 Illinois Productions LLC, $1,900 video service. 419 Illinois Production LLC, $850 video service. 420 Illinois Public Works Fund. We should pay this workers' comp. $154.19 on workers' comp. 421 Jimbo's Catering, $399. Senior home big bingo. Catering, $999. Senior home big bingo. 423 Jimbo's Catering, $469. Senior home big bingo. 424 Kurt's Barbecue, $702. Taste Food. This is another insurance bill. I hope I can reconsider. 425 Lincoln National Life Insurance Company, $23.51. $426 Lydia Aurora Aguilera, $650. Father's Day June backyard face painter. 427 Rakim Aaliyah Winter, $500 video service. 428 Rakim Elias Winter, $600 video service. 429 Corey Hit Entertainment, $2,411.55 taste. 430 was already moved. 431 SDA Focus, Media group,
This is crazy.
$5,870.08 media. 432, super laundry, $152.10. Laundry table cloth, 42. Super laundry, $100.08. Laundry table cloth. 434, super laundry, $40.95. Laundry table cloth. 435, super laundry, $31.20. Laundry table cloth. 436, eBay Experience LLC, 1,300. Friends City Picnic eBay, RIP.
All right, so just to give a recap of what's going on. So the Board of Trustees are choosing not to pay all those bills that you just heard Robert Hunt read into record. That's a lot of bills. So with that being said, as you know, I don't know how people run their household, but you have to pay your bills. You cannot carry a deficit to the next month and then you will not be able to afford the next month's bill. So with that being said, the events or things that they just stated, and a lot of it was senior homes that they spoke of, that they don't want to pay for the food or the cakes or the things that they had. They had back to school events as it related to the book bags for the youth. They don't want to pay for that. Taste of Thornton, this is something that the Board of Trustees voted for. They voted to pay the entertainment and everything else. If you go check the minutes or pull the invoices, you will see that they agreed, and now all of a sudden they don't want to pay for things. Also, student workers, people that came and did work here, you should always take care of the youth and show them your appreciation for the things that they actually do. Also, Father's Day event, I heard in there, that's so old, I don't even understand why they're saying no to something that they said yes to in the past. Workers' comp, Robert just said was in there. Lincoln National was in there for insurance. All of these things, but they just show you that people just nitpicking on things that they want to not approve and not do what's right. At the end of the day, you cannot sit here and hold up day-to-day operation. Day-to-day operation is what each of the department heads do with their departments. And then they put a invoice in and they tell you guys, hey, for this month, we did this, and that. A lot of times, and I said this before, they go into them senior homes where people leave their loved ones, they don't go back and check on them, and they are their family, meaning Thornton Township. So when we go in there, of course we take food, of course we take cakes with us, but it's the love that matters the most, and they love seeing us every single month. And for the Board of Trustees to sit here and stop it and say they don't want to pay the vendor for the food that we fed them is not right. So I'm asking the board to reconsider paying for all the things that you guys wanted to take out, and reconsider it. And then the other thing, Jerry Jones, your daughter was the braider at the Taste of Thornton. So when you took that out, I don't even understand why y'all took that out, because your kids helped us, and I appreciate that. So if they all helped us and everybody was doing these things, we should make sure that we still move forward with the things that we need for Thornton Township, especially the back-to-school supplies, the food supplies, the senior homes, and also the food that goes with it. So can you guys please reconsider paying for the bills that was just read to not pay?
Can I say something? So I want to make mention that number 54 through 172 were credit card payments. So those things were already paid. So people already got their money for those services. And I do want to read something into record. Section 80-10 of the Township Code, it requires before any payment is made that the Township Board be able to audit invoices. Section 85-10 also provides a list of various contracts and expenditures that require board approval. And finally, in 85-30, it requires that all contracts for goods and services over $30,000 must be subject to competitive bidding. And then I'm going to skip down to the bottom of this. It says there is a clear case law that states that when a contractor decides to do business with a public entity, they should use due care to ensure their work has been or will be approved. Because without board approval, there is no valid contract and no obligation to pay the vendor. So we're not, again, trying to take anything out, but the outreach program has been a program that I know for me, I've been asking plenty of questions about and have not received any answers to those questions. I even put in a FOIA request that have not been answered. And so when it comes to the outreach program, this was a department that was supposed to be implemented with the passing of the new budget. So we're operating for expenditures that haven't even been approved yet. So how are we spending money in a department that hasn't been approved? And so, and then not only that, but who runs this department? Who authorizes the payments for this department? And why are a lot of the vendors that need to come through board for approval being paid on the credit card? So those are questions that I would like to know pertaining to the outreach department.
Okay, so
Now, those are good questions. That's a good point. And you can tell Trustee Carlisle is trying to play ball. She on top of it. Or she seems to be on top of it. We know it's a lot of stuff behind it. And I guess since Trustee Carlisle decided she's going to be the resident whistleblower, she might need to tighten up her game. So let's see what Tiffany Hinyard has to say about that. She done brought out the rules on her. And they making all these credit card payments.
Let me clear up a couple of things for you. Once again, I told you guys who Carmen was prior to being a trustee. She was the assistant. So she knows exactly the steps and how this all works. She was on the administrative side, so she processed all of this that she's now complaining about. So now with that being said, she knows how the day-to-day operates. You guys had nothing in place, so let's be crystal clear. Nothing in place here at Thornton Township, so people can stop ooh and ah. If you don't have nothing in place saying, hey, this is your cap for spending, this is what you can do, can't do, and these are the laws. So stop it. So when you guys go and say, hey, he named $60, $100, this peanuts. That's what he named that was being spent as it relates to day-to-day operation. As long as you guys have a receipt, you guys are supposed to go to the clerk's office, check the receipt to make sure everything's there and they did what they're supposed to do. That's what you guys are supposed to do, right? But you guys was not doing that, correct? Because it was Carmen said. Carmen said he wasn't. So what I'm saying is, and you're the only one that said it, but they say stop now. So stop it, Chris. Stop it. Anyway, so with that being said, Carmen, everything is there. You guys are supposed to overlook it, check it out, and once it's clear, then move forward. But you guys come here and try to act like laws and this and that. It was nothing on the books before I got here to Thornton Township. So we had to clean up a lot of things, and that's what they're not telling you. So in doing so, we are creating ordinances, but the ordinance have to make sense. It can't be out of spite or hate. It has to be where it operates the day-to-day operation, and they're not making the laws to that. They're making the laws as though they run the day-to-day, which the board does not. For those that don't understand law, legislate normally just write ordinances. That's it. They do not run the day-to-day operation. That's what they're trying to do. They're impeding on the management's duties. The management duties is to run.
Now listen to what she just said. They write ordinances. Now she gets mad and saying y'all writing ordinances and ain't talking to people, ain't running it by people or whatever. But they're telling her we're going to create these ordinances that we want to create because your people is not responding to us in the way that we need them to give us the proper information. So if you and your people aren't transparent and respond to us in a timely manner so that we can make decisions that we need to make, then we just going to take it upon ourselves and make the decisions and cut it all off. That's what's going on here. Again, it comes down to her transparency that she don't want to admit. I don't get it, man. I don't understand what Tiffany think this is, but it's interesting how this goes, man. And her whole thing is a good case study on local governance.
Run their operation, give the board a report, tell us what they did for the month, let alone every 2 weeks, and then we go from there. Our job is to oversee it and say if we agree or disagree, because again, y'all know I was a trustee for 8 years, so that's what we did. So the way y'all operate is just to stop the township resources from going out the door. And for those that don't know, if I get to my report, we got a $9 million surplus in Thornton Township. So stop saying we ain't got no money. So I just want to clear that up. So it ain't got nothing to do with money. I just want people to know. Here at Thornton Township, got nothing to do with money with the trustees. It's all about their emotions, their feelings, their hatred, their envy, their jealousy of their supervisor is what this is all about. It ain't about nothing else but that. Because if y'all can clear that up and push that to the side, Township will move like it's been moved. Because when I came here, as I said before, y'all had a deficit. And now y'all have a surplus in every single department. General fund, general assistance, and highway commission. And about grants in. So we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. We ain't going to just keep spreading these lies and just making statements that's not true with no facts to back it up. And I always tell the media this. They always just falsely report things, but somebody said something up here and don't ask y'all for paperwork to prove it. So again, y'all voted for the takes. I don't even get why y'all sat here and said you want to take this out. And if you said it was credit card things, why are you voting it down? If you said it's already paid, why are you voting no for something that's already paid? Y'all had nothing in place before, so what is the issue? And y'all agree.
Why are they voting no for something that's already paid? No, that's not what they're saying. And see, y'all got to catch that because Mayor Tiffany Hinyard would double talk. She's saying, why y'all voting no for something that's already paid? No, what they're saying is not all of them, but a lot of those bills y'all paid on credit cards, meaning y'all went ahead and decided what y'all were going to pay for. without bringing it to the board, without getting any competitive bids or anything, and paid it on the credit card. And now y'all bringing it back up as if y'all didn't pay it on the credit card, and then trying to make the board look crazy by saying they're not paying these bills, but y'all really already paid it without running to the board, but y'all need the board to approve the credit card payments. That's what she's doing, trying to be slick. And it's like, man, that's just disingenuous. And that's the kind of stuff that's making the trustees feel some kind of way. I want to know what the auditors say about how this stuff goes, because you're supposed to be, the cities get audited, counties get audited, to be sure everything is on the up and up. But they doing some funny stuff here. It's real slick. Please hit that like button for me. Somebody say slick in the comments. Real slick in the comments.
So how is it a problem now? Now you did. Don't worry about it. That's another lie you telling Carmen. But I'm going to point that out because you did. Y'all all approved the tapes because that's how we got the entertainment to come into Thornton Township, because you guys approved the contract for them to come and be entertained. So now all of a sudden it's a problem today. I just want you guys to work smarter and actually do what y'all supposed to do and not just come up here and put a little show on, because we have the resources. We gave you the budgets that you asked for, and you still saying no to things that's needed for our residents of Thornton Township. They really appreciate all the things we're doing here. So are you guys willing to reconsider?
No, they're not going to reconsider. It's kind of crazy. I mean, tell me what you think.
Right now,
let me pause. Tell me what you think. Appreciate your comment. Do you think Tiffany's being real slick with this? Do you think she's doing her double talk? And if you think she's doing her double talk, tell me and put slick in the comment. Because I think she's being real slick. You got stuff you won't pay, and then you have them pay it, and then come back and then try to treat them as if they did something wrong because they don't want to pay it. Now, what I do understand, this is what I do get. I get you don't want to run to the board for pencil and paper. You know what I'm saying? For plates and stuff. Honestly, for little stuff that's been predetermined that you see there's a pattern that fits an event, that makes sense. So, for example, if the board approves bingo, big bingo, right? And this should be a pattern on you getting the bingo sheets, you getting the daubers, you're getting whatever. Those things, that makes sense. But if she's giving big old prizes like flat screen TVs and stuff like that, that needs to be looked at. And I don't understand why it's not subcommittees that's going through this to make it all make sense. So it's just really fishy. Now, she did make a point. Tiffany did make a point and say it wasn't a lot of stuff in place when I got her and I put it in place. But are you discussing these things, you putting it in place, or are you just doing it? So, I mean, she's really got to look at how she's moving. Please hit that like button for me.
About paying his bills. No. It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
I asked the question you never answered. Who runs the department and who authorizes the payments for this department? And why are a lot of those vendor contracts paid on the credit card? Those are my 3 questions.
Trust me, you can call me.
I'm not gonna call you. I'm not
gonna call you. But let's get back to the business because you want to deflect. That's what you do. You're deflecting something else. I'm talking about bills. I want to know about you saying, no, are you going to pay these people? Are you going to pay these people?
We're talking
all those people that Robert Hunt just got up there said, are you going to amend your motion and pay the bills?
Amended motion to add in Illinois Public Risk Fund 420 and Lincoln National Life Insurance 425. I will make that amendment to add those back in. Yes.
Okay. So that's added in. So why didn't y'all catch that before y'all said no to the bills? But that just showed that y'all were supposed to offend and just say no. And not
because the entire department is not even authorized. These expenditures are not authorized. They're not passed within the budget.
You just said no to workers' comp and also Lincoln National Insurance.
These are
things that y'all really read in the bills. Y'all would call and not even had it in here. But I just point that out to the public that you guys just sitting here saying, I want to say no for whatever reason, and that's not right. That's not. So anyway, and that's not. The Lincoln National Insurance is not for no department that don't exist. Nor is the workers' comp. So stop. So if you're gonna, you don't have the floor right now. So are you guys going to amend it to the other bills, or you gonna just amend it to the 2 that you stated? Okay, so call the roll. She don't want to amend. Is it a second on the amendment?
Second.
All right, call the roll.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? It's 4 through 172, 392 through 436, and she added back on 420 and 425.
Right, so that was,
There was no second for the first motion. Yes. So it gets paid excluding, the items I just said.
that was just a vote on adding 420 and 425 back from having been previously excluded. So the motion on the table now is to approve the general fund, not including items 54 through 172, not including items 392 through 436, but including items 420 and 425. That's the motion currently on the table.
Yeah, that's what I just told you. Trustee Carlisle? Supervisor Hinyard? Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda is general fund. Is there a motion to approve the general assistance? Is there a second? Second. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
In the general assistance fund, line item 14, Power Works LLC, $8,745, tax refund software. And then item 42, Power Works LLC, $9,100, software tax refund. I know it's tax refund, however, once again, this is something that has not been approved yet. There's a good possibility of not being approved. Why would we expend money? Has it been expended already? Those are my questions.
Why is the cop
As you
walking
know,
up on
The
them like
supervisor
that?
has the sole authority of GA. So that's to give people their tax money back, and you know that, but that's what it's for.
Is there a time frame? When is this gonna happen? How much is it gonna cost?
How much, what's gonna cost?
The whole program?
That's something you can talk to me about if you like, but right now, we just on bills. We're just on bills.
No.
Of course I know.
Okay, what is it?
We can talk about it later. We on bills. I'm not gonna go over my whole plans on my tax thing, but if I am, I'm gonna go over it, me and my supervisor.
Wait a minute. So she can't be giving money back without a budget for what? So wait. So she's giving that money back or refunding it and don't have an idea how much the whole program costs? Like she's gotta, somebody tell me, what does she see the end game being? You know, because again, like I've said several times, I understand this thing. I told y'all I got funny shaped ears and it be popping out of my ears, but I understand that you got grandiose, big ideas, but you got to plan this stuff. You can't just get to spending money willy-nilly because money will slip out of your hands. You'll look up one day and be like, where the money go? I don't get it, man. Somebody put in the chat, where the money go? What happened to the money? Where the money at? I don't know. I just don't.
That's fine, trustee. But guess what? Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Just not when you want me to. So hold on. Okay, you done? Done? You just got 2 sentences. You never got nothing to say. None of no substance. So as I say, in my report, which is the supervisor report, I talk about a lot of stuff. Maybe I am going to talk about that in my supervisor report. Right now, we're on bills. So what I'm asking you is, do you want to pay the bills? As it relates to getting to other things, I will in my report, because I got a lengthy report to educate everybody on what's going on here at Thornton Township. So you will have your day. So right now, are you going to approve the general assistance fund? No. Okay. All right.
How can she expect them to approve to pay something that they don't even know about or understand? See, this is crazy. That right there, look, we know she ain't been indicted. We know she hasn't been convicted for nothing. But that right there is the kind of stuff that makes it look like, man, Tiffany, you hustling sideways, player. You really playing funny. You're playing real funny.
Well, you done with discussion, okay? All right. No, I mean, he just said. That was it.
So I would like to make a motion to amend the general assistance fund, paying the bills excluding the item,
Okay, before you make your motion, just so y'all know,
tax
that
refund
illegal.
software and 42, tax, software, for $9,100. I'm sorry, and the other one was for $8,745.
Okay, so back to what I was saying, this is what I mean about let me educate y'all. As it relates to the general assistance fund, that is solely the supervisor, so you amending, you taking out, you trying to replace, you guys have no say-so in it. We put it on here just to be transparent for those that don't understand how this works. If you go and do your research with other townships, you will see they don't even give the board the general assistance fund. They do not even present it to their board. But I do because I'm being transparent and I want everybody to see what we're doing in the GA fund. So that's what I mean about when you know better, you do better. But yet y'all sit here and try to stop programs that I just said on my mouth. Hey, we're giving tax money back to the residents. And you sat here, Carmen, and said, oh, I want to remove that software. So you don't want to give tax money back to the residents? Make this make sense. Y'all nitpick at every single thing with no substance, with no education on it. And then I tell you what it is, and you still vote no. So y'all can vote all you want. I just
Because
told
they
you
don't
it's illegal,
trust you.
Because y'all know what y'all did when y'all did the
They're not
last time. And
trusting
they came
you.
back and told y'all cannot do that. So go ahead, call the roll, so their votes, and we will
Can I say something? I actually did do my research. I did call Township of Illinois and ask them about this, and they said as long as there is no budget passed, that you do not have the authorization to do what you want with GA. If there was a budget pass, you absolutely could do. But I did call Township, and they said that you cannot, due to there not being a passed budget.
Okay, and that's not true, so we gonna move forward. I go back and forth and tell you what they told me, and go there. So we just gonna keep moving. You guys said y'all taking it out, and y'all see what happened, what I do. I call the roll.
We can't have a roll call yet. We currently have a motion by trustee Carlisle to approve the GA fund, not including items 42 and, was there another one?
Is there a second? Okay,
42
the
and
motion
14.
second.
We need
Call the
a
roll.
second and a roll call for the motion.
Excluding 14 and 42. Trustee Jones? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Trustee Carlisle? Supervisor Hinyard?
No.
Motion passed.
Okay, so for everybody with GA, know that your bills will be paid, everything will still move forward according to state statute. I follow state statute, I don't follow people that got an opinion or that's upset about whatever their dislike is of the supervisor. So just letting you know, if you came to Thornton Township, you asked for my help, whether it's GA or the food pantry.
Hold on. That's not how that works. How it works is the board is the one who sets the rules on that. And the board can do whatever they want to do as long as it does not supersede state statute. She's making it seem like state statute supersedes the board. Now, I know that sounds like double talk for me. Let me explain what I'm saying in a simple term. Let's say the state says, let's say everybody is used to having meetings at 5 o'clock. And the state says that you cannot have meetings before 1 o'clock. Let's say every other city, every other state, everybody else has their meetings at after 5 o'clock because they want to do it, later in the evening. But this one city says, nope, we're gonna do our meetings at 2 o'clock. We're gonna do our meetings at 1:30. State ain't gonna say, can't do nothing about that. Federal can't do nothing about it because the state says y'all just can't have no meetings before 1 o'clock. What I'm saying is the state will put a fence around it, a wide fence, and the city can do whatever they want. They can climb the fence, just don't go past that fence, but they can run all through there and do what they want to do. And so she's making it seem like, well, I'm going by state statute. I'm going by what the state say. The state is not telling you what to do. The state is basically telling you what the boundary is. This lady here, man, I tell you, she's supposed to pass the budget. And
You still get food, you still get everything that you need. Next, we have Road and Bridge. Is there a motion to approve Road and Bridge fund? Is there a second? The motion is second, any discussion? Call
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Trustee Jones. Supervisor Hinyard.
yes.
Motion
Okay,
passed.
next on the agenda is approval of the budget for the fiscal year of 2024-2025. Is there a motion to approve the budget and appropriation ordinance 24-009 for Thornton Township General Assistance Fund?
I'd like to make a motion to table this as we take to adopt this review, A and B. So I'd like to table it.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, and then you table it until when?
John said he should be able to get back to us this week, hopefully, and once he, we can do some of the right things.
Okay. Call roll.
Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Jones. Supervisor Hinyard.
No. All right, next on the agenda.
Motion passed.
Is there a motion to approve an amended ordinance 24-005 to regulate event expenditures and budget approvals for Thornton Township, Cook County, Illinois? Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, so a motion second, any discussion? Okay, so we got a couple things for discussion. So the event expenditure, once again, this is the ordinance that I was speaking to the residents about. When they sat here and they said that they weren't trying to stop events, they just wanted a budget, and I told you that was a lie. So with doing so, they harmed a lot of things that was going on in our township. A lot of people, such as senior service, could not have their events, could not do different things because they didn't have funds and things to buy for residents. So I want to point that out because in doing so, they could not do their ice cream social. And that's something that's senior services. So those that attended the ice cream social that they do all the time, and that's what I think Calumet City building location. Yes. Okay. And what the problem was, they had to go in their own pockets to buy the ice cream, which they did do that. But what I'm saying, that is not their job. They're employees. Their job is to come and operate their location and actually use their budget to buy things for their residents. They weren't able to do that due to the fact that they put this ordinance together. And that's what I was stating when I say they just write things and they don't ask the staff what their needs are, what their concerns are, and how they move forward. So that's what I'm trying to make sure people understand what's going on. We can't just make laws with no direction and nobody knows, like, hey, senior service needs this, youth and family needs this, and that's what the problem has been. So I'm asking that you guys update this. I know you guys updated from the changes that we had, but there's certain things in there that we would like to add. And
all right, so let me stop her right there. So here's the thing. This is how it's supposed to go. You have these board meetings and then you break it down into committees, and some committees even have subcommittees. And so you would have a budget committee, and then that budget committee may break down into senior citizens activities or whatever, bingo, whatever they want to do, however they want to do it. You can't analyze all of these ordinances and line items line by line in an open meeting like this. It would take too long. So, but the committee can. And usually on those committees, you have not only trustees, but you also have residents on those committees too. So you may have, it depends on the ratio in the charters. But for example, it wouldn't be unreasonable with them, since they have 4 trustees, I believe. You have 2 trustees on that committee and then 2 residents. And that way you get the residents weigh in on it, because you don't want to go just off of what the trustee or what the board says. You don't want to talk to just the department heads either. You want to see what the residents want, because this is the residents' money and it's for them. All the board is doing, the government is figuring out how to prioritize the residents' money, use it to get services to give back to the residents. How are you going to do that effectively without letting the residents tell you what they want, when they want it? And then let the people that they elected to figure out all the nuances and the details. And so you do that stuff in committee meetings. And then once you have a consensus in the committee meeting, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we want to propose the ordinance to be. Then you bring that up here. And that's the educated part that she's talking about, saying y'all don't talk to nobody. You do that in the committee, you bring it up, and she may not like it, but she's not a trustee. And that's the thing. She gets upset about it. Now, luckily, in this village, she does have voting power. Some counties, some cities, the supervisor or the mayor or whatever, they don't have voting power. They can only vote when they're breaking a tie. So I don't understand why they don't have more committee members or do the stuff in the committees. That's not normal, because you need those committees in order to make the things happen the right way.
I think you guys still said no to that, and I'm asking here in the public, are you guys willing to amend this ordinance to the things that we asked for in the ordinance?
We included some of your items as far as like job standard, and you wanted that to be on that 30 days with that. We asked for additional money for some of the senior events, we did add money to that.
Well, okay, wait a minute. I know, but for the money you said so we go through it line by line, what you talking about. So the money you said you added for the senior event is still at $4,000.
It was at 20, but, 4,000.
At 20 what?
21, it was at 20,000.
Not for seniors, it was always $1,000 a week.
You asked for the Jimbo, you asked for an additional 20,000.
You mean for the catering?
Right.
Right, but I'm talking about for the events, we on events. So I'm talking about for the event itself per week, y'all said $1,000. Y'all said 4,000, not per month, it ain't $1,000 per month, when you see that at?
4,000 per month. Robert asked us to change the legal.
Right, it's 4,000 per month,
Correct.
that's what I'm asking,
He asked to change the lingo, and we changed it.
so 4,000,
Yes.
okay, but why didn't you do, I thought it was 5, what wrong with it? Robert, was it not 5,000? Cause what if 5,000 on there?
At first it was the ad ordinance was 1,000 a week. And we, some department heads got together, just asked if they can move it to monthly, because our reports are usually monthly. It would give the department heads leeway to say, hey, if they spend 200 one week, can they spend 1,200 next week? And so we did ask them, and they put that language in there. We did ask.
And did you get it cleared up for the monthly event spending cap? Did you get that cleared up?
Yeah, they have 4,000. They have 4,000 a month in there.
No, at the bottom of page 7, number 1, section 07, page 7, number 1. See,
You said, yeah, I'll have to double check with the lawyer with some of that, with some of this final words, but I'm pretty clear on most of it.
okay. All right, go ahead. All right, what else, did you change?
We added for special services, they have a loan program.
What page, what page?
They have commented and responsibilities, we didn't include that, reported, and then we didn't include the, thing for your location, so the kids have exactly what they need for the after school program, we didn't include the part, but any additional, they really need to hire people, and I think the senior services, including, page 4 of the senior lunch and that type program, so.
So what about special services? You said, bowling, and we're missing, well, you got the permit now, I see that.
So we included those things that they do, all the time to make it easier for them, so if you did include what, public interest in that.
Okay. Robert, is there anything else? I was making sure that they got.
I need to, excuse me, Supervisor.
Yeah, we were asking the lawyer, going back and forth with some of the questions, but I guess one of the, we see that as a monthly allowance for $4,000. But then section 5 says if the event exceeds 1,000, we need to present it. Is that after we spend 4,000, any events over 4,000 need to be presented, or? Oh, okay. All right, that's all right.
Anything else, Rob?
No.
Okay, go ahead, trustee.
I would like to break my vote because I do go along with what Robert said, as well as our budget is concerned. Frank told me to make sure I trust Robert. Frank Zuccarelli told me that.
Okay, so while she's doing that with the clerk, I just want to say for future references, when you guys make an ordinance, can you please make sure you talk to Chief Price? He's the one that oversees the staff here, which is the management, so that the management can get their input as it relates to any ordinances, because this was really complicated and you stopped a lot of events. I know I just told you about the senior services one, and that was a social gathering for the ice cream, and then the other one was for youth and family, and that's what really hurt my heart, because the kids that we pick up after school, we go pick their kids up when they get out at 2:30, 3 o'clock. And we take them to our youth and family building right here in Riverdale. The problem we had is the board would not approve for them to get food. So we had to struggle to feed them the first week we had them in our location. And we keep your kids for 4 hours. So I think like 3 to 7. So that was really bothersome, because every time we called them and asked them, hey, can we go buy kids food? Can we this? Can we that? It was always no. And I think eventually, I don't know if somebody changed it or did something different later, but I know that's what the issue was. And we had to make sure we found a way to take care of the kids. A lot of people chipped in, and we made sure that the kids, whether it's one of your kids in here, ate food when they got out of school. Y'all know how it is when you go to grammar school. When you get out of school, what you do? You go home and you raid the refrigerator because you barely eat the food at lunch. So that's the problem we had, and I just don't like stuff like that, because I feel that they're playing with the residents and our youth, and our job as government is to make it make sense and make it right and make sure that there's a way, especially when you got the budget for it. And it was like $300. It was chump change. It ain't even no big money. So all I'm saying is that we should always do what's right and stop impeding on the day-to-day operation. That's kind of what this board of trustees have done, and I keep asking legal as it relates to them impeding on day-to-day operations.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Once again, why do you wait till the day of to figure out, hey, we gotta feed these things?
Okay, so let me correct you, trustee, because you always say some sideways stuff up here. Hold on. Let me clear you up. No one waited the day of. This operation was going on before you guys, before you guys made these little laws that benefit only you all.
She said, let me clean you up. Somebody put that in the chat. Let me clean you up. Clean you up. Really? She get to talking real. She get to talking real greasy. You can tell she from the street.
This stuff was already in order. We do after school every single year here at Thornton Township. So this is not that new to you. So it's sad because only you think you just got it now because you don't read nothing. So if you was reading your stuff and you would have known what's going on here in Thornton Township, if you show up to the events and if you engage with the residents and you knew what community wants and needs are, you would know better before you said it out your mouth. Because we never had this problem till y'all made this law. Y'all made this law and then y'all hurt the staff. The staff had to go and figure it out. So then they called me. So we all have to go and chip in to buy food for kids, where it's a program that's funded by Thornton Township. And like I said, it was like $300. Why would y'all do that? Because y'all weren't thinking when y'all made the law. Y'all made a law that was just despiteful to who? The supervisor. Because you didn't have to do that. If y'all would have asked people input when you make laws, that's what you're supposed to do. Hey, let me ask each department, how does this hurt you or help you? But yet y'all hindered us here in Thornton Township, and I don't like you. And that's why you hear me talk to it, but yet y'all still made the law anyway. When I told the residents, they was clapping, yeah. And I'm like, y'all know what they really doing, right? They stopping the services here in Thornton Township, and that's what they did. And when that happened, who got the backlash? Thornton Township did. So the parents called up here, everybody called up here, even the seniors, when y'all couldn't pay for the ice cream social. This is the problem that we have. It's certain things that they really care about that y'all may not care about, but they care about. And I'm just tired of it. I just want y'all to do better and ask them before you make a law. That's it. All right, call it up.
Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Jones. This is to approve, amended ordinance 24005 to regulate event expenditures and budget approvals for Thornton Township. Trustee Gray Everett. Amend the ordinance. Okay. Supervisor Hinyard.
No. Okay, next.
Motion passed.
Next, is there a motion to approve an amended ordinance 24-006 to establish a retail/credit card/30 policy for Thornton Township, Cook County of Illinois? Is there,
Okay.
Second.
it's been motion second. Any discussion?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
If I could refer to, trustee Carlisle, is this, what's in your correct information?
Yeah.
Okay, because there was, stuff put in that wasn't correct previously, so the residents know, so now we do have the correct one, so I don't know how that happened. But it was incorrect, so, okay.
Because y'all been sitting here putting stuff together again without asking the input of the administration. You said you don't know how I got there, just mysteriously appeared on the paper, you put it there. So what I'm saying is, he don't read his packages. He don't pay attention, he just come here and go check his phone record, you don't believe, he vote no to everything. That means feeding you, your kids, paying the bills, he vote no to everything here in Thornton Township, that's not what you're supposed to do. But moving forward to this ordinance. So they put together a credit card ordinance, like I said before. It was no ordinances here before I got here. So when people try to talk about spending, they didn't have a law in place. So how can you tell somebody what they can and can't spend if you don't have a law to check what people were spending, Carmen? So next on here, you guys put on here that, again, I don't know why y'all took Robert out there, now y'all put the supervisor to have a credit card. And I think I told y'all, I made myself crystal clear at the last meeting that I do not or will not accept any credit card. As being the supervisor, I never had a credit card ever here, so why would you want to give me a card now? That's another big red flag. And then why wouldn't you give it to the staff? Because they actually run the day-to-day operation. That's checks and balances, that's accountability, that's transparency. Because when they go back something, you know, hey, Bob bought this, Stan bought this. That's how you do it. When there was one credit card, when I got here, that's what all the theft was. They were stealing. And I told the news, I told y'all, I told everybody, but nobody wanted to read or say anything about the stories about the theft that was here for a township prior to me. So when I got here, we cleaned it up. We made sure that every department had a credit card. So when they all had a credit card, their names are on the card. That means you're responsible for the card. Now, they wrote this ordinance. Being funny again, being despiteful again, they wrote the ordinance and put only my name on it to have a card. I don't go to no grocery stores and run around and go shopping for a department. It's up to them to figure out what they need for their department. Go get it, make sure they get to the resident, the residents have what they need. Now, another thing, which I know Robert Hunt told y'all, and I hope the lawyers told y'all, it is illegal to give out a card that's in my name to anybody. That's like you go to the grocery store and you got Sarah's card in your hand, but you're not Sarah. That's called theft. So when they lock you up for stealing, how you mad? You got somebody else's card in your hand. But the board wrote a law, that's right here in front of us, that says, give the card to the supervisor, have the supervisor have the name on it, and the supervisor should give the card out to everybody to go shopping. Make that make sense. And I told them, and I asked them, and I told them to fix it. I told them to change it. I told them to give it back to the department heads because they will be responsible for their department like they was in the past. But no one fixed it. They still want to come here and vote on something that's illegal. I'm saying this for the record, clerk. Make sure it's in the minutes. This is illegal. And we told them that, and they still sit here and put this law together. Just because you can make laws don't make it right. But when you make the law, make sure it is the law, like the truth. But you put in here again, supervisor. My name all over this. I don't see Robert Hunt name ain't in it no more. Before it was Robert Hunt and Tiffany. And I told y'all that was bogus because Robert Hunt is a CPA. Y'all got a CPA that make all that money running around going to the store for y'all. His job is numbers. He has a degree. He has a CPA. He's supposed to be in here doing things that relates to that. But you chose to write a law again, that's what I'm telling you, and put him in here to run around and go grocery shopping for every department. Come on, man. We gotta do better, Lord.
And I understand, you want to use your assets as wisely as possible. Your skilled workers, people with degrees, whatever, you know, you don't want to have them doing jobs that other people could do or may want to do. But again, she can't tell the board how to move. So I just don't understand what she be thinking sometimes. But hey, you guys, do me a favor. Do something for me that it won't cost you nothing, but it'll mean the world to me. Can I just get one more like from you? Let me get 2 more likes from you. Can I get 2 likes? Just take your time real quick and hit them 2 likes for me. I really appreciate it. But I don't know why she's always stressing this man's credentials as if the board doesn't know. But again, they don't trust her. So the board is doing whatever they got to do or whatever they want to do to keep her from letting this city free fall. Can you blame her, though? Can you blame them? I mean, they don't want to look up one day. Because remember, Dolton was fine at one point as well. And then they looked up and then they was 3.6 million in the hole. They just want to avoid that, you know? So
I'm asking you again, y'all got my name in this, and I told y'all the last time, y'all see it didn't work the last time, y'all put my name on this, and never did I get a card, so put my name on here again, make that make sense? Can you remove my name from this ordinance? Now, you know what, I wanna make a motion to remove supervisor out of the ordinance, and you should replace it with department heads. Because them the ones that run the day-to-day as it relates to their department and what they need for their department, and they have a budget to spend within their department. So it should go strictly to the department head. That's my motion to give the credit cards to the day-to-day operators, which is the management. It's been motion and second to do that. Is there a second? Can you call the roll?
Trustee Gray Everett. Trustee Carlisle. Trustee Gonzalez.
No.
Trustee Jones. Supervisor Hinyard.
Yes.
Motion failed.
Y'all clapped last time and then they tore the house down the next day. Same about stuff y'all doing now. Clapping for something that I just told you illegal. So how they gonna get their supplies, trustee? I just wanna hear this since this is how y'all gonna put stuff in writing. Who going to buy up for them? I wanna hear this.
Motion is second on the floor.
No, I wanna know how are the trustees going to fix this? How are the staff going to the store to get their stuff?
There's a current motion on the floor to approve the amended ordinance. There's a motion and a second to approve the ordinance as presented. No, what failed was your amendments.
Oh, okay. Okay, so back to it then. So what we doing?
Motion to call a vote.
You can call the vote all you want. What I'm asking you is what happened the last time y'all called the vote, right? Yeah, hold on. You called the vote the last time, right?
Okay.
And what happened? The operation stopped. And y'all to come back. That's why we have the ordinance up here again. It's gonna happen again. Why would you repeat the same mistake? If I'm telling you that we're not gonna use me for a credit card, what are you gonna do for all your staff to get what they need for their day-to-day? Trustees, what's their plan? How they gonna operate? I just wanna know, how transportation gonna operate? How is maintenance gonna operate? How is youth and family gonna operate? How senior services gonna operate? I know I'm missing somebody. Food pantry, IT, you always need something. How they gonna operate? I'm just saying, just like IT, y'all already know, y'all getting attacked.
How should they operate?
At IT, so how they gonna operate? How do they buy their stuff? Trustees? Y'all gotta give me an answer. How they do that?
Exactly.
Trustees, how y'all gonna do it? Y'all out of order. Please stop. So how they gonna buy their items, trustee? Because all we're gonna do is put it back on you in the same situation, and then when something breaks at the township tomorrow or the next day, they always got an issue. How do they operate? That's what I'm asking you guys. Please tell me. Please tell me how you're out of order. You're out of order. How do they operate, trustees? How do they operate? How? Trustees? Y'all wanna give us the answer, please? Trustee Jerry Jones? You don't have an answer, so you just gonna vote and you ain't got an answer. You just gonna make sure that nobody can operate their day-to-day operation. You ain't got no response, Trustee Jerry. Okay. Trustee Chris? You ain't? So how do they operate? Y'all said Carl Rose, we can call Rose out alone, but my question still stands. How do they operate to move forward with the day-to-day operation? Trustee, come on, stop playing. You're such a kid. How do they operate as it relates to the day-to-day operation? That's all I want to know. Because that's what this ordinance is for. You're stopping payments, right? You want one person to have a card and give it to everybody. So can you please, you're out of order, guys. Like, stop. Okay, so how do we do?
Motion, call vote.
Trustee, how do we do?
Shout out to Oakland.
Okay, we
Oakland
have
in the house.
now discussion. Now what? Now discussion.
There's a motion to call the vote and there is a second.
To call the roll, it's discussion now. Okay, so how we gonna do it? I just wanna know how we gonna do it. I heard you, attorney. I just wanna know how are we going to move forward? Because while we quiet on you playing the game, tomorrow it won't be a game because now we have to run our day-to-day operation. And then when they all call people, because I think they call all y'all, I think Carmen, I don't know who they call up here, and they tell you that they can't operate, they can't get this, or this is broke. How are y'all going to move forward? Y'all got no response for how y'all gonna move forward? And again, y'all put my name on something that I just told you I don't want, right? And it's illegal to give your card out to anybody to go shopping, right? I told y'all that, y'all wrote that up here. You can't give your card to somebody, but you said give the card to other people to move forward. So what we gonna do? We gonna get to call the roll, but I just wanna make sure I'm crystal clear that I didn't miss nothing about what it is y'all study doing, because y'all did this before. Robert had a hard time going shopping to get stuff and doing his job. So what I'm saying is, what makes you think it's not gonna be worse? Because again, you're trying to make somebody take something they don't want. Y'all nothing, crickets? All right, so tomorrow, to the staff, make sure y'all call the board of trustees with y'all problems. When you can't buy something, get something, make sure you call them for that, and good luck. All right, call her.
Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Hinyard?
No, and y'all.
Motion passed.
I'll just say it and voted. No to something that somebody say they don't want. How you gonna make somebody take something they don't want? Cause y'all supposed, I just wanna know who voted y'all this. Who got y'all doing all this? I really wanna know that.
Supervisor, before we go on,
Should she take
Trustee
the credit
Gray
card
change
though?
her vote from the last motion of the budget to no. So I want to put that in the record.
Okay.
To approve orders 24005, Trustee Gray Everett voted no.
Okay. So next on the agenda is approval for a purchase of handicap accessible vehicle for transportation. Is there a motion? Is there a motion?
So what y'all think about that though? I mean, should she take a credit card, or should she keep fighting this fight? Because you know she's doing this because she don't want to get blamed in case something go wrong. That's what that's about. So I think she just I don't know, man. I just think she be fighting a losing battle because I don't think she realized what she's really up against. It's either that or she just don't care. But what I can't understand is, what does she think the end game is going to be? I don't know about Super Mayor, man. It just seems crazy, you know. But again, shout out to Oakland. I appreciate y'all that's rocking with me. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Just give me one more like. Can I get one more like, y'all? Somebody just hit that like button. But I just would expect more from her position. But she gonna keep going on these rants because she wants the credit card. She just don't want to get blamed in case something go left, and then she's got a credit card in her name. That's what that's about, y'all.
Is there a second? Is there a second? No. I'll second it. Second. Is there a motion and second to approve of a handicap accessible vehicle for transportation? Any discussion? Go ahead.
So how many, of these vehicles are in rotation currently? How many could be repaired if that's possible? Can these vehicles be leased, and why are we just receiving this? Why weren't we, included in the process? Nobody said anything about this until we received the agenda, and, we still don't have a budget passed to be paying $85,000 or $89,000 for a vehicle. So I just want to know how this came to be and, what we have in, rotation right now.
So I just want to clear some up too, that you keep saying. You still run on your budget. You keep saying there's no budget. How do you operate anything if it's no budget? You still operate until you guys decide to pay or pass a budget. That's how that goes. And as it relates to questions, and this is what I'm talking about with my pool. If you have questions, you should have asked before you got here, right? And they all would have been answered. But we're gonna have the person that actually put this on the agenda go to the and explain it to you so that you will have the answers that you need. Tony, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Hello, trustees, supervisor. It was placed on the agenda for purchasing a handicap accessible vehicle. We currently have 8 vehicles in rotation, in transportation, that 3 of the vehicles that the lifts are broken, and we have experienced a mechanical failure this year with air conditioners with vehicles. So, yeah. A lift repair is $10,000 per unit. Well, no, all of them are not. We've been repairing them. All of them are not currently down, but to fix those 3 would be $30,000. Yes. Roughly about $6,000.
So I'm just asking, how many more cost issues to fix the 4 vehicles we have, 4 additional vehicles versus buying one? How many vehicles?
It was 89 for 30. Yes, what we also did was 2 of those units, we lost transmissions that caused additional repairs. And I put on the agenda for a new vehicle so that it would constantly be in rotation. So if one broke down, we would still have one that would be under warranty, that we would not have to continue working out that additional cost.
And then, this vehicle will be purchased, and so will be the cost of the.
So what actually happens with the lease vehicle, they want half of the money for, like, the lift would cost an additional $10,000. The lease vehicle do not come with the lift. So the lease company wants half of that purchase up front for any add-ons to a vehicle. So inside of leasing opposed to purchasing, if we purchase a vehicle, then we own it outright financially, and there's not any added cost built into the monthly payment. And at the end, after the 3 years, 5 years, we can in turn trade that vehicle, and we are no longer dealing with the lease company and with everything that's going on with the lease company. I thought it would be wiser just to purchase through the co-op.
I have a question.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, when it comes to something like this something that normally should be bidded out because of the dollar amounts? I mean, I know you said like you go for the co-op and it's kind of streamlined, but would it still be a good idea to try to bid it out?
So with the co-op, they actually did all of the bidding. So the co-op,
Gives you the lowest. Or,
Yes, they give us, we have the lowest possible price. So what the co-op actually does at the beginning of the year, they reach out to these vendors. These vendors deal with the co-op and with the manufacturers and give the co-op the lowest price. We've joined these co-ops and we've been a member of these co-ops for more than 4 or 5 years.
you said we have 8 vehicles. What's the most we will have on the street at one time?
All of them. Yes.
Excuse. Yeah, I just want to go back to the repairs, because again,
Coach.
it was my question. Okay.
But yeah, you took our coach.
Girl, but anyways, yeah, so back to what I was saying, I think it's more, it just sounds better to fix the vehicles and we would have more in rotation. I mean, because if we already have 8 vehicles, you have 3 broken, so you have 5 right now, right?
So right now, all of our vehicles are on rotation. And
All 8 of them?
thank you all very much for making sure that the dealerships will pay. All of our vehicles are on rotation. The thing that begins to hinder us, if something goes down, and we have to take it out of service. Okay, when a unit needs brakes, we have to take that unit out of service for that day or for 2 days until we get the parts, and then put it back in service. So that becomes a hindrance, like we need a transmission, air conditioner repair, certain things that the vendor may have to put apart. Now that puts us further out of service until that unit gets back up and running.
But, again, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but, it just seems like it would be more effective when we had 4 vehicles that work versus just purchasing 1 vehicle. So I'm still trying to understand that. We would have 3 vehicles, it's like with the lift versus just 1 that works.
So in essence, we have 4 units that are 2006s. So those units are almost basically phased out. What we did maybe 4 years ago, we purchased 2 new vehicles, ST7 and ST8. Those are the 2 newer units that's in our fleet. Okay, after 2 years, the lift is no longer under service, where the remainder of the bus body is still under dealership warranty.
I mean, I understand, but I think just because we simply don't have a budget pass, I think this is something that me as a trustee, I can speak for myself where I say I'll be open to hearing the need, but I just don't think that it's feasible to buy an $89,000 vehicle right now when we don't have an active budget, but it's something that I'll be willing to include in the upcoming budget that we have presented to the accountants.
Understood.
All right, any more discussion? All right, are you guys going to move forward?
I'd like to make a motion to pass and to have a budget in place.
Okay, that's fine, but y'all do know y'all do have a budget, right? Y'all know y'all have money in the budget. It's still money in the budget that you're operating with currently. That's why I'm saying, hold on. That's why I'm trying to explain it to you, because think about it, how do you operate the day-to-day here? You still operate, did you go and listen? How do you operate today? You still operate today without a budget. Okay, so that means there's still money in the old budget, because other than that, you could not operate without any money. But what I'm saying to you is, if something breaks down, I can just explain to you, then what do you do when it's time to go pick people up? And one thing I do love that Tony did mention is that all our vehicles are out on the street. That goes back to me saying that every department increased when I took them. We up to 80% of people knowing Thornton Township exists. So people are calling for all the services here, but we gotta make sure we got the manpower and the vehicles to make sure we can go out and do the job. So you guys saying, oh, I'm gonna wait. Life don't wait on nobody. So why we gonna wait when we can do something about it right now, today? And then if something bad happens, meaning it all break down, then what do we do? And then people are scheduled for stuff, what we gonna do? It just gotta be better.
She got a good point. I mean, and she's right. You got to prepare, like, like a wise lady once told me, you got to prepare for war in a time for peace. You got to be prepared. But it's hard to prepare for somebody who you don't trust. She just don't have the trust of her board, and she's going to have to pull teeth to get anything simple done because she doesn't have the confidence in her people from her people. And it's almost sad at this point because again, who loses? Who loses? The residents. So I like I said, I don't understand how she thinks this is gonna play. I know it's election season, and it gets dicey when election time come around because people just be saying stuff, doing stuff. They're trying to throw dirt on your name, throw dirt on your shoulders, you know. But she got to figure this out if she's gonna be successful. I know that much, and stop playing with everybody. And stop trying to school everybody. She's just not in a position for it. Even if she right, she wrong. That's how everybody looking at it now. Even if you right, she wrong because we don't trust you.
Better than this, but okay. All right.
Currently, the motion on the floor is a motion which has been seconded to approve the purchase of the vehicle. Trustee Gonzalez had proposed a motion to, I guess, not approve the purchase pending approval of a budget. There's not been a second or a roll call with respect to that.
All right, is a second? All right, call her.
This roll call is with respect to the amendment by Trustee Gonzalez.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Jones? Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Hinyard?
No.
Motion passed.
All right, so next, moving forward, we got on here. Okay, next is Supervisor. All right, so we did a lot of great things here at Thornton Township, despite what all the negativity is. One thing I do love is public service. Without public service, guys, you gotta have a heart for the people. You have to. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you motivated. That's what keeps you strong and focused. We had Friends of Tiffany Hinyard picnic. It was really epic. It was last Saturday. It was at Just Ice Rink in Dolton. It was from 11 until 8 p.m. Residents still came out. They had a blast, and they was able to get free food. So they got free food that I paid for. Yeah, me, Tiffany Hinyard paid for the food because the board did not want to vote to feed the residents. And that's what I mean to you guys when I say you gotta have a heart for community, for people. I reached in my pocket, paid with my own funds to make sure that everybody still ate, that the picnic still went ahead despite people hatred up here. Because you see other events was on the agenda today and they still voted no for it. So in doing so, people appreciate that, because if I did care, I wouldn't use my own money, right? Because you want people to say, hey, she really loves what she do, and I do. I love it to the T. But you have to give people the opportunity to lead. You have to believe in the person and give them the opportunity to grow. It's said that everybody just come and they attack and say negative stuff. Just imagine this. I always say it's me today, you tomorrow. It happens everywhere, but it's just a matter of when it's your time and the rinse. So we have that going on. Township Talk. September 25th will be Township Talk. That's what we sit right here and we talk to you residents about things that's going on in the township. We give you fact and we shut down all that fiction stories that they got out there in the public, and we give you all the evidence you need. So if there's anything about our budgets, our surpluses that we have here at Thornton Township, we give you every single detail, and every department that sits right here where I am, and they talk to you about their department and what they do in their department and the need for their department and how many people they help in their department. So that's what I love about Township Talk. Again, something y'all wasn't doing before I got here. When I got here, a lot of things weren't going on. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Are you ready for my video? Okay, the first thing I'm going to entertain, because I have people who's asking me questions while we're taking care of agenda items. You're supposed to stick to the agenda is how it works. The chair controls the agenda, the chair controls the floor. Just so people understand Robert Rules of Order. But people never want to follow the law. They just want to say what they want. And in doing so, you stay on task with the items you're talking about. Other things you talk about in your report, or you talk about the Township Talk, and you answer them that way. All right, where you at? You ready? Okay, yesterday, I know that, hold on, let me get it. Yeah, this is it right here. Let me know you're ready, you might. So y'all know I love making videos. They have no time to complete the video, but when fake news report videos, and yeah, it was Live Ben, where you at Ben? I don't know if you behind the camera, Live Ben, made a report yesterday about Thornton Township, and this is how obsessed they are with your supervisor / super mayor, right? They made a report about Thornton Township about the taste authority. As I stated to y'all before, the taste authority was voted on by the board of trustees, was approved expenditures, but they didn't report any of that, right? So in doing so, he inflated numbers to say one thing, and the truth is the truth, right? He did it for you. I have it for you right here. This before you that man did, and he reported that we spent this type of money right here. $30,000 for Kiki, Jay Holiday 20, and then some other performers which we did not have, but people like to make stuff up on us all the time. And he said it cost Thornton Township $135,000. All false, fake news, false. So move on to the next clip. So this is a breakdown of the cost of Thornton Township. This is everything that he forwarded that we gave to Penny. Being the light that is. $32,000 right here was the breakdown right here for what it was that we were supposed to do for Taste Authority. Next slide. $50,000 was for the agency, as you can see, for the performance. But he said that we spent all this money, and that's not the truth, right? Because the truth will set you free. So here we go. Next slide. We spent a grand total, $83,000. $83,000 is what Thornton Township spent. Little do y'all know, it's less than what Frank Zuccarelli spent for all the tape that they ever did. But did y'all foil that? Did anybody ask any questions? His last taste was 160. I'm trying to give you the exact number. He put it up? Oh, you put it up. Okay, 103. So I'm glad, thank you, you for putting this together so quick. So that's what he spent in 2018. This is what we spent in 2024, as you can see. But again, people run stories because they got national platforms, and y'all run fake stories. So I call them fake news all the time. They never give y'all the truth. So I just want to break it down. So the real cost was $83,000. Lion Ben said it was $135,000. The difference was $51,000, right? The difference in percentage was 63% markup that he lied to y'all on the news about to say that we spent $135,000 loss. What I say? And the other thing I just wanted to say at the end of that I know a lot of them will do anything for ratings and I get it. I tell y'all they use my name, my face, my likeness for ticks and views, and I understand that. And I know y'all making money off of it. I told y'all didn't pay me my percentage. But with that being said, just stop lying on us. I don't like that. As I always say, stop lying on me before I start telling the truth on y'all. And that's what you lying me. That's that. Next, moving on. Let's talk about these events. I always say that the events that we got and what's going on, and I did a comparison because I like to basically compare apples to oranges. Because people say one thing about Supervisor, but they don't go give you the meat of it. Right here for events that we did, MLK, we had Mother's Day, we had the picnic, we had the taste, we had Veterans Day, Women's Day. These are all events that the board right here that you just saw was saying no to. But these are all events that community really engaged in and really loved that we was doing here. So I just want to show you that. The next one, salaries. That's another big issue we had here in Thornton Township. Salaries was all out of whack when I came in. They had ghost payroll going on. They had all kinds of stuff, news, but y'all didn't want that. So when I tried to tell them about all these things that was going on, people just ignored it. So here I am telling you again, 2.5 years later, because that's how long I've been here. Let me see. So let's go to, I'll go to my report first since I got it. So y'all mad because the money is getting spent the right way. When in fact, in the past, I'll give you an example. Y'all had ghost payroll going on. This is the previous administration. Some of them here in the crowd. You had expensive bonuses, and Stephanie Williams, remember once she got an $18,000 bonus, $20,000 bonus. This is how you get people in line. I just want to point this stuff out. I know y'all don't know about this, but all this been going on in Thornton Township. You had gasoline for all. So you want a gas? Everybody got gasoline. I don't care who you was, pull up, you got gas. They had take-home vehicles. They had spot treatments with government funds. News, that's some news you can use. Employees work from home, no accountability for where they at. and HR was giving out personnel information. So all of this was going on, and again, this is stuff that I was trying to tell them when I first got here. But everybody that was here, that was upset, I had an attitude, pushed the cameras to me and say, no, look at Tiffany, I just got here. But I was basically exposing all the mess here at Thornton Township, and that's why it's all cleaned up. That's why we got surplus. We had deficits with that. I don't want to say because I ain't on that. They had deficits for years. Dude, where was you at? So how was they spending money and they didn't have it? Big bingo that people mad about. I don't know who mad about big bingo. If your grandma, your auntie getting out the house, they coming to hang with people that they don't know, y'all fun. And make you friends. So that's what it's about. It's about community unifying, community all together. So all department numbers were down at Thornton Township until I came here, and it was at standstill. But what y'all did prepare for is I cannot be controlled. That's what y'all didn't prepare for. Y'all thought that I was young, dumb, didn't know nothing, was gonna let y'all come and manipulate me. I didn't do any of that. So because I didn't do any of that, you guys started this whole smear campaign because I didn't.
All that's still debatable. She talking like all this is a done deal. What people still looking at her sideways.
Go along to get along / status quo. Now, let's talk about some of my accomplishments here at Thornton Township. Under the new Thornton Township, we created outreach. We created a call center. We created scholarship programs. We put kids back to work in the 17 municipalities. Y'all ain't know that, huh? News didn't cover that neither. So if you had someone that lived in Dixmoor, Markham, any of the 17 cities, I'm just naming a few, basically they did a work program and the township paid them. So when this board, which is so small when it comes to vision, they don't think about the what if. So I'll give you exactly what I mean by it. Grass cutting. I remember when we talked about the grass cutting, everybody was talking about, man, they ain't stopping the youth. They don't want the youth to work. That's not the truth. When we told y'all that, we explained that to y'all. What I don't appreciate is that kids can do more than just cut grass. For those that don't know, let me say that loud. Kids can do more than just cut grass. So some of the kids wanted to work in administration. Some of the kids want to work in the water department. Some of the kids want to work in the fire department. And some of them are firemen and fire ladies to this day, due to what we created here at Thornton Township, which was under youth and family. So we did the scholarships. We gave over 80 kids scholarships up to $2,500 or $3,000. One of them, Robert, which one? 3 of 25. 2,500. So we did that. So with the grass cutting, y'all still had kids that did cut grass, but then the contractors was hired to cut the rest. But the kids did work, is my point, that they did work throughout Thornton Township, where any mayor that wanted to be on board or join us here at Thornton Township and not have no hatred, all they had to do is tell us the need, and we supplied them with whatever they needed. And that went really, really well. We received a $1 million grant when I got here. The $1 million grant, like I said, we put all the kids back to work with the grant. And we also created programs, like I said, for the Fire Academy. Kids, we had 12 that signed up and 12 graduated. I know that Chris Gonzalez was there. He voted no for that program, but he came to take a photo op. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You got people that just fake and get up here and say all these things. They come for the accolades, but they don't come to put it together. So I just want to point that out. So that was really, really dope, because that was never, ever done here in Thornton Township, let alone the scholarships. And that was for any kid that lived in Thornton Township that was looking for money to pay for their books, their tuition, because I know how hard it was when I went to college to pay for those things. So we wanted to make sure we created a way for our youth. Youth and families increased it here in Thornton Township. Our senior department increased it in Thornton Township. Transportation, which you just heard today, increased it in Thornton Township. General assistant increased it in Thornton Township, where we give away money to help you pay your light, your gas, your water, your mortgage, your rental assistance, and even help you bury your loved ones. Where they do that at? Thornton Township, your supervisor. So these are things that they did not do that we do here, and we push it out to the community through all our communications that everybody be hating on. I don't know why. Who don't want this face in the place? So it's just problems like that we have going on at Thornton Township, but it's really been an epic movement. The other thing that we're working on moving forward, the soup kitchen and the salad box. for the people. These are all things that we create for the people. The food grower containers for the people. The food trucks for the people. The grocery trucks for the people. These are all things that we created that the Board of Trustees has voted down. But thank God I'm over GA because we still gonna make a way, because if COVID or anything happens, what do you do? Y'all gotta think future. You gotta think what if. You gotta think of what's next. We can't wait till it hit our doorstep.
Yeah, but see, again, it's not a dictatorship. Just because she want it done doesn't mean, of course, man, all that stuff sounds like good stuff for the residents. Now, I'm all for good stuff for the residents, but you can't just spend the money the way you want to spend it. You know, you still got to run it by somebody. You got to look at the whole chessboard, not just one piece, because there are major things that got to get done. And if you spending this money on your vision and it's not accounted for the proper way, which means a budget is passed, like they keep telling her, then you're going to end up running in the red. I think we're starting to see what happened in Dolton. She had these grandiose ideas, and I don't think she was stealing. I don't know. I don't think that. But what I do think is she was just financing her own vision and looked up and realized her vision cost too much. That's the whole point of budgets and oversight in the first place.
Then we try to figure out what we're going to do. That's what I do. I am a visionary. I create opportunities. I create things that grow a community. And that's what we got to see and walk in the Black and brown communities. We've been neglected for so long and underserved. So now our job is to make sure that we get what we need for those towns. And that's exactly what we've been doing. Again, I stated this earlier, and I know in Township Talk we gave out information that's related to myself and my administration, because I love them to death. I appreciate it. I cannot do anything without them. So I want to say that, even though I know I'm using I, because I got a problem with the I, the we, the me. But we had a, well, no, I ain't on that. They had a general fund deficit of $4.5 million in 2022 when I got here. So when I got here, just imagine the cleanup that I had to do. We turned it into a surplus of $3.1 million in 2023. So these are things that we're going to talk about. These are things that's facts. These are things that you can go check it out. These are audited numbers. These are things that I wish the news would just do a segment on and say, hey, I see the things that you really want, Supervisor. As my lawyer said, yeah, everybody just attack. So the next thing I want to talk to you about was, did you know that your taxes over here at Thornton Township, this is something that I talk about really big at Township Talk. You only pay Thornton Township 5 cents for every dollar. People don't even know that. So I just want to break down what your 5 cents goes towards. It goes towards senior services, where we service over 33,000 meals to our seniors. They went on 1,600 senior trips. They had 12,000 residents participate in various activities, and they had 1,367 seniors receive health services. So that's our health care that we do. I think that's coming up. Tamika, you got the date and time for the health care? No? Okay.
Yes, I do.
What is?
Monday, September 23rd, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
At County City location?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're interested, you're a senior, and you just want to go by, stop by, they got that coming up. Then we have the special needs. That's another program. We have over 1,400 individuals participating in our dances. We have over 1,500 participate in bowling, and more than 100 homes modified with the ramps. When y'all go through certain communities, you'll see ramps, and that's through Thornton Township. They call us and they're able to get a ramp to get up. Then additional services was provided for transportation. We have 34,000 rides to seniors for hospital visits, grocery store, and other things. And then we distribute over 32,000 food boxes. We service over 5,000 families at the food pantry. We assisted over 18,000 individuals in live heat, emergency assistance. And then we also distribute toys to over 1,300 kids throughout our Christmas toy drive, which will be coming up as well. So we're talking about toys down too. So we got all these things coming up. These are things that we do here in Thornton Township that, again, was here before I came. And that's what I mean when I tell y'all, do your research. I'm doing the same exact thing that the person before me was doing. All it is now my name is putting everybody dead. I don't understand that, because I want to fix it. I want to clean it up. I want it to be better. I don't want it to be the same. And that's why you see me study, fighting, and I'm not gonna give up. Next, we got Thornton Township, just so you know how this go. When you get this bill, this is something that we do at Thornton Township, talk. So I'm just showing you, I know you can't see it here, we gonna have it up on the screen, and we walk you through who taxed you. So when you're looking for someone to blame, like people tell you stuff, be lying, telling you that this person, that person, it don't work like that. These are your taxing districts. You have your local schools, you have your village, this was a South Holland bill, so that's why I can say that. Village of South Holland, and then you have your Thornton Township bill, your Cook County, your South Suburban, South Holland Library, and then other.
All right. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, y'all. Now listen, let me wrap this on up, man. You know, we get it. You know, Mayor Tiffany Hinyard complains that she don't get enough news coverage on the stuff that she does do that's good. And that's because you're supposed to do a good job. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we expect of you. And when you're not doing that, that's when we concern. Like, what? What? Why she ain't doing this? Why? What's happening to the money? That's your job. Now, when you do some grandiose stuff, I like using that word grandiose. When you do something huge, something big, something extraordinary, then we give you those flowers. So until you fix, you can't, one hand is dirty. So what she's trying to do is her Dolton hand is dirty and her township hand is clean. That's how she's trying to play it. And she's trying to make it seem like you got to trust her clean hand instead of the dirty one. It's like, no, that dirty hand is real dirty. It's got 3 million pieces of dirt on it. We can't forget what you're doing, Tiffany. So granted, I like what you're doing when it comes to these programs for seniors and for kids, but it's got to be financed some kind of way. You got to run it by the board. You got to do it by the book so that you don't end up running out. You know, that money's here today and can be gone tomorrow if you just keep slamming the gas on your programs, making them bigger and bigger and bigger without the correct accountability. So anyway, I thank y'all for hanging out with me, you know, checking this out. I wanted to get into that Dolton meeting, but I didn't realize how long this was. So I may jump into that tomorrow or Sunday or something. So, you know, we'll see. So be on the lookout. But again, thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. This is the Unlikely Candidate. And remember, stay unlikely, be unstoppable. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.